I'm going to take a look at the data and say, okay, this kid's been Googled how many times? Dang. How many jerseys he sell? Dang. How much it cost me to get him? Well, it's free, sir. Where's his jersey sales? Oh, it's number one. Where is he getting Googled? He's top 3 in the world right now. Does he have a salary cap hit? No, he makes about $500,000, which is about 70 times less than your backup quarterback. Okay. Does he have a record? No, he does have a record.
From his undeniable talent to his magnetic pull to the fact that Shedeur's jersey, the one with the name of the black quarterback who's defying expectations, is currently the #1 selling jersey among all rookies, even outranking higher draft picks. So that popularity, that organic connection with fans probably stings more than any stat line, because when you're taught that you're inherently superior, another's authentic success feels like a personal affront. It's not about the game. It's about the perceived order of things being disrupted.
The NFL has never witnessed something like what Jimmy Haslam just accomplished. We are discussing construction of a billion-dollar empire centered around a 5th-round selection. And let me give you the facts before you claim that I'm exaggerating. Not only is Shedeur Sanders setting records on the field, every business metric the league has ever monitored is being destroyed by him. Worldwide sales of jerseys are the highest. Google searches the top 3 worldwide. Fan interaction, dude. They have customers in Ghana, the Philippines, and Dubai purchasing #12Browns jerseys, as if they were the new currency. However, this is what has actually caused the NFL to tremble. Billionaire businessman Jimmy Haslam has discovered that he had the best marketing tool in football history at almost no cost. Haslam acquired a worldwide phenomenon for the cost of a 5th-round selection, while other owners are rushing to get quarterbacks in the 1st round and spending millions on unproven players. The math is absurd. We're going to explain how an owner will become wealthier than Jerry Jones could have ever imagined thanks to a rookie quarterback. The tea leaves have been there the entire time. I assure you, simply put, none of you were reading them.
Haslam met with reporters yesterday, and the issue came up again of the decision to use the 144th pick in the draft in round 5 on Shedeur Sanders after they had drafted Dillon Gabriel the day before in round 3. Here's Haslam on that issue.
We have good process, okay? And if you'd have told me, let's see, we picked him on Saturday, right? Friday night driving home, y'all are going to pick Shedeur, I would say that's not happening. But we had a conversation early that morning, and then we had a conversation later that day. I think we had the right people involved in the conversation.
I simply believe that the Browns as a whole, I'll start with something that will astound you. I take it you know Chase Daniel. This white man, a former NFL quarterback and current analyst, isn't very well known in the community. Even he had to express it publicly. Shedeur Sanders received absolutely no assistance from the Browns. Pay attention to what he said. I simply believe that he wasn't given much assistance by the Browns as a whole. For the moment, I thought he played really well, but his pinky was really bothering him. Why is that important now? Because you can tell something genuine is going on when experts who have no motive to support Shedeur, guys who are not involved in the Colorado movement and who don't follow Prime, start speaking up. Chase even dissected the movie to show Shedeur using the same building blocks that Drake made the heavens be praised. The exact same play. However, Drake May demonstrates guts and leadership. Crickets when Shedeur performs it. The media presents it as if it never occurred. This is where things get crazy. Though, Jimmy Haslam was doing something quite different on the field, while the media was busy attempting to minimize what Shedeur was doing. He was keeping track of ticket sales, Google Trends, jersey sales, and PSL applications for the brand new stadium that would open in 2029. What did he see? Dollar signs. Many of them. For a moment, let's discuss numbers. Actual business figures, not speculative figures. Facts. Shedeur Sanders earns about $500,000 annually. As a 5th-round selection, that is his rookie contract. Do you know who the Browns are paying? A guarantee of $80 million? Watson Deshaun. That is 160 times Shedeur's salary. The most well-connected Browns insider, Mary Kay Cat, has now verified that Deshaun Watson will not be leaving in 2026. The cap hit is excessively harsh. You eat $80 million if you cut him. The majority of that contract is still yours if you move him. Watson is staying then. You might refer to him as the veteran mentor or the bridge quarterback.
I just think that the Browns in general just didn't really help him out a lot. And I'm going to get to a lot of different plays. And I just think he...
What? What'd you say? What'd you say? You said the Browns weren't helping him out a lot.
Really bugging him. I just think that the Browns in general just didn't really help him out a lot. And I'm going to get to a lot of different plays. And I just think he played pretty well for the time being. And when you do that, and when you have certain things that you need to get to play well.
However, Jimmy Haslam has already made this brilliant move. He has contracts with 3 quarterbacks. The costly veteran insurance policy is Deshaun Watson. The scout team can be led by Dillon Gabriel, a third stringer in development. The future franchise quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, is earning pitiful wages in relation to his worth. Consider from a purely commercial perspective. Assume you are Jimmy Haslam. I take it that you want to follow in Jerry Jones' footsteps? You want your brand to be as well known as the Cowboys. That worldwide reach is what you seek. You want international consumers to purchase your team's merchandise. How do you accomplish that? You could draft Dante Moore or Fernando Mendoza and hope they become stars. Alternatively, you might ride with a man who is already well known throughout the world, the person who now ranks in the top 3 globally for Google searches. Every other player in the league is already sold out of his jersey. The man who makes NBA greats like Dwayne Wade cry when they discuss him. Yes, it's important. So let's quickly discuss that D. Wade moment. The 3-time NBA champion, finals MVP, and close buddy of LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, made this statement about Shedeur on video. I adore seeing him at those news briefings. I adore the way he manages himself. I adore the way he defends himself. I adore that he doesn't discriminate against anyone. I adore his leadership style. Now, an important remark was made by the analyst. This is a Hall of Fame basketball player. He declared, he is best pals with LeBron and D. Wade. I have never heard him say that about LeBron. I have never heard him become so passionate about LeBron James.
Ignore what he said at the end. Pay attention to what he said before that.
Yeah.
It's one thing if the GM has the absolute call and he walks into the room and it's time to make the pick at 144 and he says...
There's no meeting and we just say, I want this guy.
2 meetings.
Right.
What do you think the meetings were about? Consider the context. What were they meeting about? What they're going to do with the round 7 pick? No. They had a couple of meetings to talk about what they're going to do. And my guess is the first meeting was before round 4 and the second meeting was after round 4. Yeah. What are we going to do if he's there when we pick at 144?
Give that some thought. A man who shared championships with LeBron James is more sentimental about Shedeur Sanders than he is about his own teammate. Why? Because this goes beyond athletics. This has to do with representation. This is about witnessing a young black quarterback overcome hardship with poise, refuse to blame his coaches for undermining him, and still perform admirably when given the opportunity. Do you really believe Jimmy Haslam is blind to that? Do you really believe that he is unaware of the commercial benefits of owning America's most adored young athlete? Now hurry up. This is where things become completely crazy. There's actual, verifiable video evidence of people all over the world going crazy over Shedeur Sanders jerseys. We're not referring to standard fan reactions. We're talking about adult guys sobbing, children singing rap songs about him, and fans purchasing Browns merchandise in nations without even football leagues. One man actually declared, I got the new Cleveland. Cleveland as it is now. Sanders developed a whole new franchise identity. Much like Shedeur, another individual, an elderly man who obviously has a regular 9-to-5 job, became so upset upon getting a Shedeur jersey that others mistook it for a plant. A grown man shouldn't be crying over a jersey unless Coach Prime's marketing staff is behind it. However, it wasn't staged. IT is genuine. And it's taking place everywhere. Memphis, Tennessee, Dallas, Texas, Santa Fe, New Mexico, Charlotte, North Carolina. However, it doesn't end there. Iceland, the Netherlands, the Philippines, London, Ireland, Brazil, Mexico City, Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, Dubai, Jamaica, Germany, and China. The analyst who broke this down said it just right. Here are some Elvis-related items. Michael Jackson is involved with this. This is some Beyonce content. These are adults who work 9-to-5 jobs and act as though they've just met their hero. He's also correct. When was the last time you've seen such reactions to Baker Mayfield, Trevor Lawrence, or even Lamar Jackson? Possibly the most captivating quarterback in generation. No one was staying up late to purchase a Lamar jersey. On camera, no one was crying. Shedeur, however, is on a different level. This is where it all comes together. So let's return to Jimmy Haslam's calculator. In 2029, the Browns will open a brand new stadium. Do you know how stadiums generate revenue? Personal seat licenses and PSL licenses for the privilege of purchasing season tickets. Wealthy individuals pay six figures. You know what encourages folks to purchase PSLs? Star power. Yes, winning is helpful, but star power is what draws crowds.
Think about it like this. A guy who has already broke some records. He just so happens to be, he just happens to be one of the most famous people in the entire world. And he just threw for 360 yards and you saw it with your own two eyes. He just so happens to be sold the most jerseys of all time. And he's a 5th round pick and he's cheap.
Do you believe Fernando Mendoza can fill a stadium with 100,000 seats? Does Shedeur's worldwide appeal outweigh that of Dante Moore or any other QB prospect in this draft class? No is the response. Jimmy Haslam is aware of this. This is the math. Shedeur's rookie contract is worth $500,000 a year for 4 years. That comes to a total of $2 million. For that sum, you have the best shirt sales in the NFL, the top 3 Google searches worldwide, billions of impressions from viral social media posts, a fan following spanning from Cleveland to Dubai, and celebrity endorsements from actors, rappers, and NBA icons. A quarterback with several 300-yard games, record-breaking stats, and the ability to play 360 yards or more in a game. Now contrast that with selecting a quarterback in the first round of the draft that will undoubtedly cost you between $30 and $40 million. Do you believe that a stadium with 100,000 seats is sold out by Fernando Mendoza? Does Shedeur's worldwide appeal outweigh that of Dante Moore or any other QB prospect in this draft class? No is the response. Jimmy Haslam is also aware of it. This is the math that Shedeur's rookie contract is worth $500,000 a year for 4 years. That comes to a total of $2 million. For that sum, you have the best shirt sales in the NFL, the top 3 worldwide Google searches, billions of impressions from viral social media posts, a fan following spanning from Cleveland to Dubai, and celebrity endorsements from actors, rappers, and NBA icons. A quarterback capable of playing 360 yards or more during a game, several 300-yard runs, that's statistics that smash records. Now contrast that with selecting a quarterback in the first round of the draft. At the very least, that will cost you between $30 and $40 million. Furthermore, there is no assurance that they will outperform Shedeur. There is no assurance that they will be able to sell him. There is no assurance that they will move products. It was best expressed by the insider who broke this down. I obtained inexpensive labor. I have a product that is in high demand worldwide, and I can keep them under control for 4 years at low cost. Why would I cut, trade, or get rid of someone like that? You wouldn't is the response. Not if you have a businessman's mindset. I know some of you are thinking, but what about Deshaun Watson? How about all that money that is guaranteed? This is a problem that Watson's stay in 2026 has already been announced by Mary Kay Cat. He cannot be cut or traded due to the severity of the cap hit. However, you know what? For the Browns, that is actually ideal. If you disagree, please let me know in a comment. However, since we're just getting started, click the subscribe button if you see what I'm seeing and comprehend the business side of things. You don't want to miss a second of this narrative because it's going to get crazy. Come on, let's get it.